Alright, this video is going to be for those of you that have difficulty getting your afromini to connect to baseflight, clean flight, or betaflight. And I'm just going to show using the betaflight configurator. It's going to be the same that you're going to need to do across all three platforms, so I'll just show this one. But I was having a little bit of trouble at first getting this thing to connect. I'm not sure why, because, well, the main reason is because it's a FTDI and it's a little bit different than USB. I'm not sure exactly how and whatnot, but I do know a little bit about it, and I have used the FTDI before. I had a Beef's brush board, and you have to use FTDI with that. So I'm pretty familiar with the FTDI. I used the same one for my Beef's brush. But anyway, for this Sputnik build, you're going to need to use the 5-volt FTDI. Now mine comes with this little clip thing here that shorts out either side. So this side, if you stick it on this side, it's 3.3 volt. And you stick it on this other side and it's 5 volt. So that's pretty handy. If you can find this online somewhere, it's a nice FTDI. Because for the Beef's brush, you're going to want to use the 3.3 volt side. And then for the Sputnik, it's 5 volts. So you can also do the Sputnik with 3 volt if you were to run the FTDI that way, if you were to solder it together that way. But I did it the 5 volt side. So like I showed you in my other video, maybe I can get a little bit closer now and show you a little bit better. Still, it's probably still going to be blurry, but we'll see. So you can see there, let me get a pointer. This is for your FTDI. Signal, 5 volt, TX, and RX. Okay, it's just those four, because as you can see here, there's 4 pins only. Okay, now on your FTDI, I have a bunch of plasti dip covering over what it says, but it says the same thing on the other side here, so I'll show you there. You got your ground, and then your power, your voltage, and then your TX and RX. So it's just those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I got some tape wrapped around it here and some more plasti dip just to keep them together. You don't have to do that, but it makes it easier to plug it in. So when I plug it in here, it's just simpler. Do it all at once. So the ground goes to ground, the voltage goes to the 5 volt, and then you would think TX would go to TX and RX would go to RX, but that's not the case. I had to swap mine around, and I had to do the same thing with the Beef's brush board, so I don't know if you always have to do that or if it's just sometimes in some cases or what, but swap the TX and the RX around, okay? So that's one thing that you'll have to do, or try to get it to work. The other thing is, right here on the betaflight configurator, it says latest CP210X drivers can be downloaded from here, and then you click on there and it will take you to download those drivers. I already have them downloaded, so I'm not going to do it right now, but it's right here for Windows. Just the default one, the one that says default. Hit that, download it, and then you want to install it. I think you have to unpack it and then install it, and then it'll go through the setup wizard, and then you'll be done. It'll be good to go. So when you plug in your USB, you're going to hear that doo-doo-doo that tells you that you have a USB plugged in. If it doesn't do that, then you have problems. So let me get it plugged in here and show you that it's working. I really hate FTDIs. You hear that doot doot doot. And there we have it. So that should be all that you have to do. I guess I could run through real quick what all I do to set up, although I think I already have a video showing that. But anyway, first thing I do is go to ports, serial RX, since I'm going to be using a satellite. Go to configuration. I do motor stop, disarm motors, minimum 1030, maximum 2000. You don't have to mess with this time because it's not a full-size board with a USB, so you just leave that at 0. Serial, mine is 2048. Yours could be 1024 or 2048. You just have to go into the receiver tab, turn on your radio, and see what it's doing. Okay, so failsafe, I'm not going to get into that right now. I do set up a failsafe switch, but okay, I guess I will. Fuck. What I do is I use my aux1. I have a DX6, the black one, so I only have 2 auxiliary channels. So aux2, I'll use 3 flight modes, and then aux1, I'll leave it on hold, and I'll go into modes and I'll set my failsafe for auxiliary 1, and that way I can have failsafe on a switch to prevent a flyaway. So next I'll do my PID tuning, and lately I haven't even been having to mess with the PIDs at all. I might do a little bit here and there, like I've said before. I'll take I down to 30, maybe D up some. I might move pitch down to 45 from 50, and then that'll be pretty much it. And then depending on how I want to fly, I might enable Super Expo or I might leave it off. You can tell the difference of how the sticks are going to be. It's a huge difference. And then receiver, if you're using Spectrum like me, you want to click on Spectrum, hit save. You always want to hit save after everything. Modes, I'm sure you know how to do the modes. It's really simple. So, and plenty of info online for it. And then if I need to, which I usually do, I'll solder up all my motors the same way, just straight, 3 wires, all the same. And then I will go into blhelisuite, and this is how you get into blhelisuite. And I'll use my 130 as an example. Hold on a second. I gotta get the right cable. Hopefully this one works. Okay. So you go open up blhelisuite. I use version 16.0.14.5.0.1. There is a new ones. I just stick with this one because it works and it does everything I need. So I don't care about using a newer version. At this point, I'll put my mouse over read setup. and then I'll plug in the battery, click read setup. Oops. Click connect, sorry. Okay, I have it on the wrong COM port, sorry. Okay, that's the first thing you gotta do. Check the COM port, make sure it's on the right one, then click connect. Then click read setup. Then all 4 ESCs will pop up. Shows you right here what they are, what revision they have. I use 14.4 because it works good for me. I've tried others. 14.5 I was having issues. So anyway, if you need to reverse 2 motors, which you do have to if you put all of the motor wires the same way, it's usually motor 3 and wait, 1, 2. Yeah, it's usually motor 2 and 3 that I gotta change, that I gotta reverse. So I'll go in here, click on number 1, number 3, and number 4. Then you go up here and click reverse. Then you come down here and click right setup. Then you click number 3 and click number 2 off to where it's only showing number 3. Come up here, hit reverse. Come down here, hit right setup. Okay, then once you do that, you have 2 and 3 reversed, and then 1 and 4 are not reversed. So there, it's all ready to go. Then I'll click all 4 of them back on, and then I will. What I'll do is like just hit right setup when after I have all 4 of them back up, just so that it won't say not in sync anymore. All of them will say in sync, so I didn't really need to write anything, but see, it even tells you there was nothing to write. Okay, so that's how you use blhelisuite. It's very simple to use. If you need to change your motor timing, or if you want damped light off or on, that's pretty much the only things I mess with. I don't even mess with demag or it does the minimum max throttle for you automatically. The beacon strength and the beep strength I might lower sometimes if it gets annoying, but that's it. And then I'll also use this for updating firmware and whatnot, which to do that you just click flash blheli, and then it'll show you the latest one, to where all you have to do is just click OK, and then you click yes, and then you just do it for each one of them. Or you can come up here and pick a different one, click on all of them, and it'll show you all of them, so you can choose from them. Or you can ignore those and pick one of your own if you have something else you want to use. So very, very simple to use. Alright, so anyway, back to the Sputnik. I hope that this has helped somebody be able to connect their afromini, because when I tried doing a search online for it, I found quite a few people that had issues with connecting, but not one of them had found a solution. Nobody had a solution, they only had a problem. So I'm hoping that this helps somebody that needs help getting their afromini connected. Alright, thanks for watching.